This is incredible Sargans, Switzerland. And out there is Liechtenstein. So I'm back in Sargans. There is the locker where I stored my backpack here. I now have about a kilometer walk to my hotel. So, what I was showing you there was the cost of the train from Zermatt to Bern, Switzerland, where I stayed the past 2 nights. So, my point, for those who have seen the previous videos about getting the 3-day Swiss travel pass, obviously the point of the travel pass was to save money. It was a massive, massive ripoff by the looks of it. So when I asked about it at the train station in Zermatt 3 days ago, then he said that the ticket was going to be 90 francs from Zermatt to Bern. The cost of the travel pass was 232 francs for 3 days. So I thought, well, if it's going to be 90 euros for the first day, and then, as I showed in the last video, taking trains outside of Bern, and then the train today from Bern to Sargans here, I thought, well, it sounds like that could add up to over 232 francs. So, as I just showed there, it is showing on the machine the ticket from Zermatt to Bern was only 45 francs. And as I showed in the video yesterday, it was short train trips on slow trains that were cheap. It was only like 10 francs each way, so like 20. So 45 for the train from Zermatt to Bern, 20 round trip for yesterday's adventures, and then I also checked from Bern to here, and it was only showing 37. So doing the math on all that, it comes to about 100 francs if I had bought the tickets individually, whereas I paid 232 francs for the 3-day pass. So it cost me 130 francs or so, which is about $150. So I spent 150 bucks extra getting the travel pass, trying to save money. Like, I do not understand what's going on with the prices here in Switzerland when the supposedly passes designed to save you money cost you money, because that was covering quite a bit of Switzerland, all that. So I don't see how you could even rack up enough to spend that much in 3 days to make it worth it. It's just like a total ripoff, it seems like. Here we have the castle in Sargans. So, pardon the little rant there, but I'm definitely pretty annoyed. By the sounds of it, the better deal would have been to have gotten the half fare card at the beginning in Geneva. And then, after paying for that, I think that I would have saved money with all the tickets that I bought, but I really just didn't know how much the gondolas were gonna be, how many of those I was gonna pay for. It's a little tricky to figure out. So I was trying to do the right thing there, like, okay, let's try to save money at least the last, 3 days of my trip, and then it cost me 150 bucks. So that is one aspect of Switzerland I am glad to say goodbye to tomorrow. Even though Switzerland is amazing, I mean, look at that. What you've seen in the video series was absolutely phenomenal. So no regrets, but don't come to Switzerland unless you're prepared to spend some serious money. Really, the only way to do it on a budget is hostels, camping, buying food in the supermarket. Even the hostels are going to be expensive. So just plan to spend money. If you got it to spend, make it a short trip. You can pack a lot into 5 days. It is absolutely one of the most beautiful and most just all around incredible countries to visit, but it comes with a price tag. Okay, let's get to my room. That is quite a sight there. Not a huge castle, but a very dramatic shape perched on the hill there. We'll get a better view of it up ahead. So, something that I forgot to mention in the course of my ranting there about train tickets is that I bought a train ticket while I was at the train station there for tomorrow morning. Kufstein. It is a little town in Austria, like halfway through Austria, that I came across. I don't even know how. It might have been the screensaver on my laptop, because I have, you know, that Microsoft photo thing that shows different pictures of different places, and I actually get some ideas sometimes from that. So either that or I came across it somewhere else, but I have a list of just places that I've come across that I write down to maybe visit another time. Wow. And so that was one of the random places on the list for Austria, and it is in the exact right direction for where I'm heading further after tomorrow, even though I don't know where that is yet, but it will be somewhere in that direction. Slovakia, Czech Republic, Slovenia, Hungary, Romania. That is basically where I'm going, that part of Eastern Europe. It just looks more and more dramatic as you get closer to it. Must be a trail going up there, I'm sure. I'll see, maybe later I'll be in the mood for a little hike, but for now I am tired out and ready to drop this backpack. But that is very unique. All right. Grüezi, hello. Good, good. Let's get checked in and relax and maybe go to a restaurant soon. I'm starting to get hungry.
Area.
Okay.
And behind the parking area, you can go up a little bit.
I see. Can you go inside the castle, do you know? Inside? No?
I think it's now, there is a light.
Yeah, I can see the light there, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I will find out when I go up, so.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll give it a try, and I'm sure it's nice views anyways up there, so. Thank you, have a nice day. So from this angle you can see it looks bigger. He was just kind of randomly telling me that I can walk up from over here. So that is perfect. So I realized the price that the guy quoted me at the train station in Zermatt, 90 francs, looking on the machine, it was 45. He must have thought when I said I was going to Bern that I was doing it as a day trip, so it was going to be round trip, because of course 45 is exactly half of 90. That might explain the discrepancy there. If there had been communication clarity instead of breakdown on that, and I had, made it clear I was only going one way, and he had said 45 francs, no way that I would have got the travel pass, because then the math wouldn't have added up to making it worth it at all. So I don't know what the lesson is there, but better luck next time. So I see some stairs there. Maybe you can kind of get through there, get up to that church, get up to the castle. And here's my hotel. Looks pretty cool. Franz Anton. And restaurant. And what do you know, but it just started pouring down rain right as I got into my room. Lucky timing today with the Liechtenstein tour. So here you go, little room for 95 Swiss francs. That is 99 euros or $110 US. One night, tomorrow, Austria. See ya. So it's a little while later, almost 7 o'clock there. I decided to walk up to the castle, and in the process I discovered this is where the old town is of Sargans. It's quite remarkable. There is the castle there, looking around for a nice restaurant, but nothing is open. Why not? It is a Friday, July 21st. High season. Why isn't this a popular place? So kind of a funny thing happened when I was on the bus coming from Vaduz back to Sargans here, which is that I saw a sign that said Mayenfeld, pointing in a direction towards the town of Mayenfeld, which I immediately recognized the name, but then had to think, why do I know that name? And then within just a few seconds I remembered that is where I went back in 2017, 6 years ago. Quite randomly, I think just because I found affordable accommodation there and then looked at pictures and it looked pretty. And so I hitchhiked there from Zurich because of the super high train prices, and especially back then I just couldn't afford them at all. The castle's tithe house, built in the Middle Ages. From the 15th century, cheese and butter tithes paid by the subjects were stored in the tithe house's cellar. After the feudal system of the old Swiss Confederacy ended in 1798, the house belonged to the canton of St. Gallen. So I looked on Google, and Mayenfeld is 10 minutes down the road. That was the really funny part, is that I was right in this area already and hadn't realized at all that I was in the same part of Switzerland as on that trip. But Mayenfeld was a very nice town as well, and great exploring in the mountains around there. But that is just the case. Here we got the bells tolling at 7 o'clock. So that is just the case everywhere in Switzerland that I have been. There are all these really pretty towns that just kind of feel like they're in a movie about Switzerland. This town of Sargans I had never heard of before, even though I obviously went right past it on the way to Mayenfeld back in 2017. But the only reason that I discovered it was because it was the gateway to visit Liechtenstein. So that's how I ended up here. But it is really, really pretty, and this hike up to the castle is just amazing. The wayside shrine on the stairs to the castle. Since its foundation in the 13th century, the old town has been linked to the castle by stairs. It is not surprising that a shrine has been located here since early times, because wayside shrines invite the passers-by to pause and worship and to say prayers. The shrine was first mentioned in 1484, and in 1685 it was built in its present form. Right there you can see the year, 1685. Very cool entryway. It feels so medieval. Two different arches. There you go. That is Liechtenstein. That's where I went, up the valley. The door is open. Museum. Restaurant. Wow. This is amazing. 1581. The smell is really cool. 1483 to 1983. 500-year anniversary of maybe the castle or something else, but yeah, it's just kind of like a musty, castle-y smell. Another year, 1695. How cool that it's open and also very alive feeling. I guess that's where I'm heading tomorrow, out to Austria. Austria is very close. This is one of the best views ever. Castle, and then mountains that are just unreal. and massive valleys, forests, greenery, town, old town. Being able to see, like, I don't know how many miles that is away, but the train tracks just kind of disappearing into the landscape there. Phenomenal. More years, but all in German. Starting at 15, Sargans, Romer. So the Roman presence here. 493, 537, 916, 982, 1150, 1200. A lot of history. That is a serious set of armor. No one else dining here, but Grüezi, open.
Yeah.
Yeah, menu.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, they're open. I just ordered a glass of wine. Amazing painting of the castle. But where are the people? It's not like it's too early. It's after 7 o'clock. Just incredible artwork in here. 1537. Look at that really cute, perfect romantic nook. Hello. Okay. Danke. A few minutes. Thank you. Cheers. That is really good. It's very different. Okay, what have we got here? Cold plates. Definitely want a hot plate. Something here. Oh man, but the prices are just so crazy. That's like $60 for beef fillet. The starters are like 30 to 50 bucks. Soup for 18. Anyway, it is a unique experience. Maybe I'll try this pork. It's a little bit cheaper. I completely forgot to film my dinner, but it was really good. Chicken cordon bleu with pork and vegetables, French fries, and 2 glasses of wine. Dinner in a castle, that was definitely a unique and amazing experience, totally unexpected considering that I just walked out of my room and was going to find any old restaurant that I could find. Just decided to walk up here with no idea that it was a restaurant in the castle. So 67 bucks though for chicken cordon bleu with 2 glasses of wine. That is Switzerland. It is an ultimate experience like nowhere else, but it is definitely going to cost you. It is raining now, so time to get back to my room, stay warm and dry, and tomorrow the next adventure begins, Austria. However, it will almost certainly be a short visit, maybe just a few days. And then I will continue east into Eastern Europe, where it is equally incredible and a heck of a lot cheaper. The price difference is really remarkable for what you get when you go to Slovakia, Romania, Serbia, Hungary, etc. Ukraine. Wish that I could go back to Ukraine, but not for a while. But Eastern Europe is the place to go if you want the really amazing European experience. The castles, the good food, the beautiful green landscapes, kind of the whole same sort of a deal as Western Europe, but less touristy and a lot less expensive. And lastly, some more information about the old town of Sargans, since I came across this very informative sign here. There had been a settlement in Sargans long before the foundation of the town. The settlement of Sargans was first mentioned as Senegaun in 765 AD. In the 12th century, the town of the Sargans castle was built. Around 1260, the counts of Montfort, Wardenburg, Sargans came to Sargans and founded the town as the center of their reign. A few years later, in 1271, a mayor was mentioned in a document, and thus the town's status was confirmed. The town charter conferred freedoms on the citizens that the people from the surrounding villages did not have. The right to vote councilmen, their own law court, tax exemption, freedom of marriage, fines paid to the town treasury, and remunerated war service. As the town burnt down 3 times in the 15th century, the oldest town charter dates back to 1456. The distinguishing feature of a medieval town was its fortification. Sargans' fortification consisted of a town moat, a town wall or ring wall, and 2 town gates. Today, only a few remnants are visible. Many parts of the fortification have been integrated into the building. As a result, the town wall of the 13th century can nowadays be traced inside various buildings. So, a nice taste of classic medieval history there. Just amazing that as much remains as there is. I mean, that is quite a remarkable structure to still survive 800-900 years later. Perhaps it was reconstructed, but anyways, to be able to walk through somewhere like this and just kind of have that taste of what it could have been like so long ago, 500, 600, 700, 800, 1,000 years ago. Imagine the pubs, the inns at that time. what a different scene they would have been. And yet, the streets, the town buildings, I guess, are to some extent still reminiscent. I mean, maybe these are a fair amount more recently, but you can kind of get the idea of the style and the layout of the town, the church, the castle, the square, and of course, the mountains never change. See you in Austria.